Hi, I'm Jack from legalexpert.co.uk. We are personal injury claims specialists. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we offer a no-win, no-fee service. Today I'm going to be taking a look at inferior nasal concha injury recovery. We'll go over some of the steps that we recommend you take, as well as looking at information provided by the NHS in regards to dealing with an injury involving your inferior nasal concha. If you have any questions or requests, let us know in the comments, and if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, as this will help us see what type of content people find helpful. If you're suffering from an injury to your inferior nasal concha following an accident or incident that wasn't your fault but was down to the negligence of others, you should bear in mind that you may be entitled to compensation. Now, in order to bring a claim for compensation, we recommend that you speak to a personal injury claims specialist that has experience in dealing with inferior nasal concha injury compensation claims. You may qualify for free private treatment if the circumstances which has led to you suffering from an inferior nasal concha injury was down to the negligence of others by bringing a claim for compensation. Now, you won't be expected to pay anything up front, and we'll do our best to ensure that all costs are covered if you decide to bring a claim with us. So call our free phone helpline on 0800 652 7676 in order to find out if you're eligible, or visit our around-the-clock live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can speak to us whenever you'd like. The inferior nasal concha is one of the three paired nasal conchae in the nose. It extends horizontally along the lateral wall of the nasal cavity and consists of a lamina of spongy bone curled upon itself like a scroll, turbinate meaning inverted comb. The inferior nasal conchae are considered a pair of facial bones, and if you've sustained an injury which affects your inferior nasal concha, it may have been as part of a serious head injury. If so, the NHS advises that you visit A&E or call 999 and have someone stay with you for the first 24 hours and keep a phone to hand in case any problems arise and you need medical help. Get plenty of rest and avoid stressful situations. Avoid drinking alcohol or taking illegal drugs. Avoid taking sleeping pills, sedatives or tranquilizers unless prescribed by your doctor. Take paracetamol if you have a headache, but avoid non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen or aspirin unless prescribed by a doctor. Avoid playing contact sports such as football or rugby for at least 3 weeks, and speak to your doctor before starting to play these sports again. Do not return to work or school until you have completely recovered and feel well enough to do so. Do not drive a car or motorbike, ride a bicycle, or operate machinery until you have completely recovered and it's safe and legal to do so. But you should seek immediate medical attention if you develop any further symptoms of a severe head injury whilst recovering at home. If the injury resulted in a broken nose, the NHS advises that if you wish to treat the broken nose yourself, they recommend that you try the following, which should help it get better within 3 days and be fully healed within 3 weeks. Hold an ice pack or frozen peas wrapped in a tea towel on your nose for up to 15 minutes, several times a day. Take paracetamol or ibuprofen to relieve the pain. Treat nosebleeds by sitting or standing upright and leaning forward. If possible, pinch your nose above the nostrils for up to 15 minutes. Keep your head upright when lying in bed by adding more pillows. This will help reduce swelling. They recommend that you do not try to straighten your nose yourself if it's changed shape. See a GP instead. Do not wear glasses until the swelling has gone down, unless you need them. Do not pick or blow your nose until it's healed. Do not do strenuous exercise for the first 2 weeks. Do not play sports where your face might be hit for at least 6 weeks. You should, however, see your GP or visit a minor injuries unit if your nose is crooked, not straight, after the injury. The swelling hasn't started to go down after 3 days. Painkillers aren't helping. You're still finding it difficult to breathe through your nose after the swelling has gone. You're having regular nosebleeds. You have a very high temperature, or you feel hot and shivery. You have a large cut on your face, And finally, you should call 999 or go to A&E if you've broken your nose and you have a nosebleed that won't stop, a large open wound on your nose, or something else still in the wounds, such as glass. Clear, watery fluid trickling from your nose. This could be a sign of a serious head injury. A severe headache with blurred or double vision. Eye pain or double vision. Neck pain or a stiff neck with numbness or tingling in your arms. A blood clot in the skin between your nostrils, septum. It may be painful. Swollen or block your breathing. Other symptoms of severe head injury, such as collapsing, passing out, or difficulty speaking. Your GP might prescribe stronger painkillers if paracetamol or ibuprofen aren't helping, and if your nose injury involves a large cut, a nurse or GP may clean the wound and recommend something to seal or protect it, like surgical tape or stitches. If your nose injury is severe and has changed the shape of your nose, you may be referred to a specialist in hospital for both assessment and treatment. In terms of the treatment that you may receive in hospital, NHS.uk suggests that a doctor may be able to make your nose straighter by using a procedure called manipulation, although you may have to go home and wait for the swelling to go down first, but this should be done within 14 days of the injury. This procedure is done by using anaesthetics so that you're either asleep or your nose is numbed. It doesn't mean that your nose may look how it did before the accident, but it often helps in terms of minimising how different it looks. So if you've been involved in an accident which has resulted in an inferior nasal concha injury and you believe that you're entitled to compensation, we'll be more than happy to hear from you. You should bear in mind that if you're successful in your claim for compensation, the cost of any private treatment should be covered, as well as any loss of income from time off work, which may be claimed back for when bringing a claim for compensation. Now, if we take your case on, we'll be more than happy to put you in touch with a medical specialist and aim to find you one in your area so that you're not having to go out of your way should you require any further treatment in order to further aid your recovery. Now, they'll be able to discuss the potential impact and effects of an injury, along with looking at nose injury headaches if you're suffering from a headache after nose injury, nasal fracture recovery and nasal fracture treatment. Of course, the circumstances of each incident are never the same. And whether or not you believe you have a valid claim, it's always advisable that you speak to an expert on the matter. So if you'd like further assistance, we are personal injury claim specialists. We offer free, friendly advice on no win, no fee compensation claims, so there's not a penny to pay if you lose. Get the maximum compensation that you deserve. We're rated 4.8 out of 5 stars and we have specialist solicitors with up to 30 years experience. It'll only take just a couple of minutes for our team who'll be happy to answer any questions you may have to help establish whether or not you have a valid claim. Call now on 0800 652 7676 or visit our live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. Don't forget to subscribe, as we'll be uploading helpful videos just like this one on a regular basis. You can also check out one of our recommended videos or head over to legalexpert.co.uk, where you can read community questions on our forum, get free advice from our live chat, read articles and seek assistance for compensation on a no-win, no-fee basis with your personal injury claim.